Racial profiling.
Racial profiling.
Racial profiling.
Racial profiling. Racial profiling.
Racial profiling.
In my opinion, race tries to say something bad.
Misjudging someone just based on appearance of skin color or anything else, and just automatically assuming something.
See someone based on their outer appearance and
take that into consideration and pull someone over or arrest them just based on their race.
Just because of the race or the color of their skin.
What is racial profiling? What is racial profiling? It's a word that has many different meanings and many different answers. How big is racial profiling? Racial profiling has a lot of different actions, some that's positive and some that causes a negative global attraction. For the next few minutes, we are going to ask questions and hear stories from people that have been racially profiled, and then we are going to talk to a man that works in the same workforce where we can probably get a clearer understanding on why racial profiling keeps happening. Racial profiling is something that has been going on for years, but it didn't really catch the attention of the world until a bag of Skittles, a bottle of tea, and a gray hoodie caused a whole lot of chaos.
It is the story that no one can stop talking about, the shooting of Trayvon Martin.
So Trayvon Martin's
On George Zimmerman's story arrives, attempts to revive the subject. Trayvon Martin was killed.
I moved up and I had my firearm on my right side.
And at 7:30, a paramedic pronounces the subject, Trayvon Martin, dead.
Trayvon Benjamin Martin, 17 years old at the time, was walking home from a 7-Eleven convenience store having a good conversation with a friend from school. Little did she know that was going to be her last conversation with Martin.
Rachel Gintel, she is said to be the last person to talk to Trayvon Martin.
And I started saying, Trayvon, what's going on? Then I heard a bump, and I had a feeling it was a bump to the headset. Trayvon had a headset. And then I was calling Trayvon, and then I started hearing a little bit of Trayvon saying, get off, get off. A second later, the phone hung up.
He said his man was watching him, so he put his hoodie on. And I said, what you following me from? And the man come and said, what you doing around here? Somebody push Trayvon because the headset just fell.
She says the line then went dead. Seconds later, Zimmerman shot Martin.
I'm pretty sure the guy's dead out here.
The man that killed Martin was a 28-year-old George Zimmerman. The night Trayvon Martin was killed, George Zimmerman was on patrol as the neighborhood watch. He seen that something didn't look right about Trayvon Martin, so he called the police.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. It's Retrieview Circle. The best address I can give you is 111 Retrieview Circle.
And this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and okay. He's a they always get away. He's running.
He's running. Which way is he running?
Down towards the entrance of the neighborhood.
Okay. Which entrance is that he's heading towards?
The back entrance.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Instead of listening to the police officer and wait till they got there, he took measures into his own hands and killed Trayvon Martin.
Maybe both, I'm not sure. There was just someone screaming outside.
Okay, and is it a male or female?
It sounds like a male.
And you don't know why?
I don't know why. I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say stop.
Okay. Does he look hurt to you?
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. So they're sending him.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your phone number?
Just, there's gunshots.
You just heard gunshots?
Yes.
How many?
Just one.
So now, while there's a free man walking the streets, the life of an innocent teenager was ended and is now 6 feet under. This all could have been avoided if it wasn't for racial profiling. The death of Trayvon Martin sparked many different things. Many arrests, many riots, and a whole lot of people with a lot to say.
I feel that it was not right because the police told Zimmerman not to follow and he followed, and then he proceeded to shoot him.
That's the kid who was shot in somewhere. I think that it is a problem that it kind of shows some things that are wrong with our society, and that even though people say racism is dead because we have a black president, it's not dead.
In that situation, I think that was a little bit unfair because just because it's kind of hard to explain, because if a man kills another person, they're supposed to go to jail for that. They're supposed to be prosecuted for that. Just because they say that he was defending himself, even though from the evidence he wasn't. He was just out there for a reason and just killed him for no reason. He should be put to jail. So to me, I don't think that was right.
I find it bad that he didn't get arrested for murdering a child. Basically, he followed a child when he was supposed to, and I think maybe it was mostly because he looked a certain way to him that would be considered racial profiling.
Now it's time to put aside the thought that all racial profiling is bad. The whites harassing the blacks, and it's a big wrong thing in our country. But all racial profiling is not wrong. Sometimes it can save the life of thousands. So, do you think all racial profiling is good, or is it all bad, or what?
Law enforcement can use racial profiling as a tool if it's done correctly, just not judging off of color of an individual. You have to take everything, the totality of the evidence into consideration when you're looking at color, when you're looking at a vehicle that you may be conducting a traffic stop on, all the other indicators as well, and not just race.
If people would stop being so simple-minded and how they grew up and this is the way it's supposed to be, and they just open up their mind a little more, then the world would be a better place.
Don't try to judge them by their color, judge them by the way they act.
We have to start seeing people for who they are and not what they look like.
That we're not different races, but we're all human beings, and that we just happen to be different colors based on the way God made us.
As you just saw, racial profiling is sometimes a bad thing and sometimes a good thing. All racial profiling is not based on one color. It affects everybody. It affects our world, and it especially affects our community.
Probably. I don't know. I've never heard it like personally, but probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe like when I'm around my family or like my grandparents, people might think she's white, she's rich or something. I don't know.
When I go to Walmart, there's people following me around, wondering if I'm gonna steal something, so.
The typical white girl type impression that people have nowadays, if you wear a certain thing or anything, you just automatically get put into a category.
What's causing all of this hatred towards one another? Why is there so many people hating on one sort of color and others on ethnic backgrounds? Well, there's just one officer here that might explain all of that to us.
Educate people. And educate people in something other than color, and not looking at someone's color of their skin and saying that that person is this way because of the color of their skin.
So there you have it, people. Why is there hatred towards one another? Why racial profiling at all? Well, these are questions with no definite answer. So, what could we do as a community, as a world to stop this? That choice is up to you. Go out and hug somebody. Go love on somebody. Go take care of somebody. Stop the violence, people. Be blessed.